It has been well established that I prefer to see my craft lose rather than win. I like watching
Then why
them
do
blow
you
up.
make them so survivable?
Because I enjoy making like well built. So when I'm building, I'm not thinking about how well it's going to perform. I'm thinking about what it's going to be going up against, and how the rules constrain the build space. And that's it. I just make like the best things I can think about given those rules, and that's where I have fun with building.
Isn't that... Hold up. You don't want it to... That just kind of seemed like you said, I don't want my things to do good, but I'm also going to try to make them good. So it's like, what?
I enjoy building... I'm not building them because I want them to win, but I'm building the best thing I can think of and the best thing I'm capable of building given the rule set and the opponents I think I'm going to be facing. So in other words, I'm not like building something and going, haha, this is going to win. I'm so happy with myself because victory is near. I'm building it and going this is probably the best thing I can do against these rule sets and against the craft I think I'm going to be facing, and I really want to see if I'm right.
So you don't mean in terms of the blueprint, you meant mentality. Okay.
Yeah, it's a different mentality. Like when I'm recording things and I'm watching things going by, like I'm not rooting for my own craft. I'm rooting for people who are fighting my craft. I don't care about my craft winning. When I'm building, I'm just trying to make the best thing I can, thinking about the rule set and like likely opponents, because that's what I have fun doing. All right, so now we've got the rematch of the Waffle versus the Warden. And this is another really close one.
These last three are just very close.
It's basically all of the top seats fighting each other.
Yeah.
The real question is...
It looks like it's trying to go straight for the gun this time.
It does this every time, and it swaps its aim point at just the perfectly wrong moment. Yeah, there it went. It swapped its aim point. Now it's aiming a little bit farther forward.
I can still get to the gun, though.
Oh, it certainly could.
Come on, go to the back.
Yeah, soon enough it probably will.
There it is. It's really after this front turret. Yeah, there it goes. Goodbye, front turret.
Yep. Well, no, it switched to the back right as it started dealing damage.
Oh, man.
Which is wild because, like, all of the flares are up here. Why are they fighting back here? The shield blocks.
The shield blocks.
They're targeting the shield blocks. It's not his aim point. Your shield blocks are saving you.
Oh, and I did something smart without realizing it.
Yeah, your shield blocks are both making it target your weapons with extreme prejudice, but also saving your weapons because it won't target its own aim point selection until they're dead.
So what I should do is I should move it to, like... Oh, man.
You, like, accidentally aim point spoofed against IR with your shields.
Yeah, but no, I don't need to spam more shields. I need to be smarter with my shield placement.
That's always a thing, is, like, you don't always want to put your shields, like, right in front of your weapons because of that.
I didn't even know, like, I didn't even realize it would go after shields and they produced heat until just now.
You know what's wild? If you target hot blocks and someone has designed like you did and put their shields right in front of their weapons, you'll just take out their weapons. Like, systematically.
Why am I not shooting?
Unclear.
Is it too low?
No, there you go.
Yeah, Warden's
the Warden's lost buoyancy again. Damn.
I was wondering, like, why are the guns looking down and not shooting? I realized it's down.
This one was really close, though. It almost got both of your guns. But I think those shields... those shields are saving your turrets, and that's so wild to me. Get DQ'd by one shell damaging your engine. I mean, it is a rough life out here in the dirigibles.
Against literally everything else, the shields, they just provide some APS protection. Against the Warden, it completely messes
with against the Warden, it's aim point spoofing.
I didn't even realize that. Oh.
That's so wild. That's so wild. Accidental counterplay against AR or IR seekers, man.
I wasn't even, like... Okay, when I originally learned he was going to be using IR, it's like, okay, I'll just use some decoys and try to mess with it there. Never even thought shields would affect it.
So the higher strength your shield, the hotter it runs.
Hmm.
And the bigger its detection signature gets. I think it actually tells you how big the detection signature is in...
The only time I ever look at detection signatures for submarines and stealth planes.
I don't even look at it for those. The only time I look at it is like deciding IR shit. Exact flip-flop. Yeah, and then it switches to the back for the second shield block. Man. That's so wild. If it weren't like that, I think it would just systematically disable your 2 turrets and it would win. But like because of that, it buys just enough time for you to blow out its engines.
If I could just refit this thing one more time and move all of the armor from the right side to the left.
Yeah, make it a one-sider.
It might actually do just... Well, it's already a one-sider. It has like 2 layers of armor on that side. But if I just move it to 1 layer, then it might actually work incredibly. Like, it might beat the shefloat.
It might, actually, because it's got a really good type of damage for fighting the shefloat. Man. But the HE just does so much damage. The problem is that the Warden is such a compact design. Like, this HE is so painful.
It has proto-blimp syndrome, where it's just compact.
Yeah, and this is... You didn't want to be compact here. Oh, the engine!
Is it going down again?
No, not... Yep, there it went. That was the rest of the engine. It wasn't when you asked, but now it is.
Oh, man. Could you give me, like, a week to prepare for the last fight?
Alright, fine. We can do the finals later.
Yes!
We'll do the finals next week.
Can I change some stuff up, or is it just...
You can change stuff, but don't get ridiculous on me.
Yes! Oh, man.
Like...
Whoa, I'm not gonna get ridiculous. There's gonna be, like... The changes are gonna be minimal, and I'm still gonna lose horribly.
I mean, bro, if you want to make it into a proper one-sider, go ahead. I'm down for it. Like... And, you know, I don't change my own craft. That's like the rule number 1 ever since the Shachanka. Well, God. Congrats on 3rd place, Tanks. You honestly had a running to make it all the way to finals.
It's happening again. The Varangian effect, it's happening again.
Yeah, the waffle came back. Although, you actually didn't have to come back through losers this time. You were just in winners basically the whole time.
The waffle lost one.
It did. It lost one in pools, and it lost against the Floatant, and just won in the semifinals against against Tanks, who won losers. Tanks won the whole losers bracket. That's how he ended up in 3rd place. So yeah, absolutely. You can take a week to figure out what you want to do.